Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Sydney vs Hawthorn game. It's probably going to be a quick recap as I've got to get back to some uni work, but other than that, we sort of already know the players that are going to score well, so it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, we did see a low game from Moffat, 3 free kicks against and none forward didn't help. But we sort of know who's going to score well, as I said, and there's no really rookies coming through at the moment. We're sort of just hoping that Montana Ham can not score crazy because we need her average low. At the moment, I'm just going to check her quickly what her CBAs are like because, yeah, her CBAs still aren't the greatest. So we're sort of just hoping she can continue scoring low so that next year she'll become a prime prospect for us to grab. But anyway, let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Gardner for about I think might be the 7th straight time. Oh no, sorry, Moffat I think outscored Gardner once or twice. But Gardner scores the most for the Swans yet again. 24-19, 29-23. And just looking at where's Moffat here. Moffat just struggled in the second, as you can see. Gardner got away. She was +7, and then in the third quarter got a 17-point gap there with a 29-12 point quarter, and then on the last quarter expanded that yet again. So it was really the second half that Gardner got away from Moffat, as Moffat really actually struggled in her matchup against Wales, as you can see here. For some reason, even though she got more of the hit-outs, she just really struggled. It looks like she gave up a couple of free kicks to the likes of Wales, which definitely did lower her score, and she didn't get necessarily the disposals that we're used to from Moffat. So it was a weird one. But yeah, anyway, talking back on Gardner, 27-1-8. So she hits that 8 tackle mark, which is huge for her. Gave away 1 free kick, which could have almost gotten her to the 100 mark, which would have been a nice return. And let me just flick this back so that we actually have the good scorers for Hawthorn. And then Malloy here. I didn't get to watch this game, which sucks. But yeah, just looking at the stats here, Hawthorn seemed to have dominated the games, especially their midfield of ASHMORE, Lucas Rod, and Gilroy seems to have dominated mostly the non-disposal work against the Swans, who seem to have a low. Just got out tackled here, as you can see, especially here, and seems like they won the free kick count pretty convincingly at Hawthorn. But anyway, back to the Swans. Malloy 21-3-4. She's very, very similar type of mold to this to Chad Warner, in the sense that she's not going to be that high disposal getter, but more of an impact disposal. And it doesn't seem like this year, after the first couple games, that she's really impacted the way I think she wanted to. Whether that be because she is getting that tag pretty much week in, week out. It's a choice between Gardner and Malloy, but it seems like Malloy's getting the tag more often. Is probably not a good thing for her output, but I do think next year she will obviously be better when they have Ham and more of a better midfield. But I do think teams are starting to realise that you can't sort of leave Gardner to just do whatever she wants, as she will pick up 40 disposals in a game. But I don't know exactly who they necessarily tagged, if they tagged anyone Hawthorn, but it seems like they did the job just putting tackling pressure on and getting, plus 18 tackles, something like that. Let me just bring up the stats on the AFL app here, and we'll see what really happened. So Swans won the disposals 234 to 220. Hawthorn won the kicks. It was a massive handball advantage for the Swans. Hawthorn won the inside 50s, were more effective, won the free kick count by 10, won the clearances by 4, centre clearances by 1. Contested possession was even. Uncontested possession was in the favour of the Swans. Turnovers, Swans had 2 more. And then it really wasn't. Marks was obviously pretty even. Marks inside 50, the Swans had more. Contested mark, the Swans had more. Intercept marks, it seems like intercept marks that should be intercept possessions, I'm pretty sure, is 58-60 as the turnovers would be. Hawthorn just slightly more time in front, and seems like they just built their lead up early in the game. Well, not actually early, as the Swans were up by 12, and then sort of in the middle of the game the Hawks sort of dominated, and in the end, it was 5 goals 10 to 3 goals 8. So really, if either team had been more accurate, it would have been a blowaway. But seems like that second quarter, there was no accuracy in there. I think it was like 2 behinds to 3 behinds or something like that in the second. Yeah, 3 behinds each in the second, and yeah, it was just the third quarter where the Hawks kicked 3 goals, 1 to 2 behinds that they really dominated, and that was pretty much the game. But yeah, looking outside of that, nothing really exciting for the Swans. Heads with a 48. Was it the last quarter save by her yet again? If we look at it, no, it was actually a last quarter that she did nothing in. If she actually had a good last quarter, there could have been a chance that she would have stayed in the side and it would have moved her on to someone, would have moved single on instead. But it looks like Heads will be the one that moves out of the side when we go through that on Wednesday or Thursday. And then we go through here, Montana, good second half, so showing there's potential there. Still building up the time on ground, I think. I think that's more likely to go up there as we see her time on ground. I think last year, if we look at the time on ground here, 95, 80, 86, so there were 70 games. 83 here, there was a 25% here when she, I think, got injured again, 53, 73. So I think she will be an 80% midfield and 80% CBA, 80% time on ground next year. We just need to wait for that to happen, and hopefully her scoring doesn't go ballistic in the next little bit, as hopefully it can hold as we look at Ham this way. And we see here she's averaging 39 for the year, so hopefully she can actually hold around that 39 or 40 average, as I don't know exactly what she averaged last year, as I can actually bring it up, but let me just bring up Montana Ham here, and then we go last year she averaged 62 fantasy points, so I don't know what exactly is the cutoff for having played enough. It might be 5 games, which she will hit, hopefully, and that'll mean that she doesn't get that 62, and we get that like 39 or 40, and that'll mean that Montana Ham we can get the stats that we want, the average that we want for next year, but we'll wait and see on that one. Then we move over to Hawthorn, and it was sort of ASHMORE that did the job here, 16, 39, 34, 25, so that is 98 in the last 3 quarters, just dominated the non-disposal points with 27 plus 28, so that is... So that's 55 plus the free kick, 56 non-disposal points out of 114 is just around that 48% or so, which is a huge number. Lucas Rod with 35 as well, plus the 4 free kicks, so 39 out of 90 as well is in the 40s. Just below, I think it's like 43.8%, somewhere around there, which is still a high number. Gilroy did all right with 18 touches, and we have a little bit of drop off to Bodie with 1 and 7, but none of these girls really matter too much. I mean, where is Stratton with a 48? So Stratton probably would have been time to get rid of her this week or this coming week as Stratton. If we look at her stats, we look at Stratton, she went down, I believe, whereas at 14k, so she would be sitting at 800k, but she's just been a massive riser. Did help me with cash gen, but I did get rid of her a little bit too early, to be honest. But anyway, she kicked 2 goals, 2 in the end. Seems like she's returned to a forward role by the looks of it, and we'll wait and see how that happens. Everest with a 40 probably gained a little. Did she gain any cash, Everest? We look here, Everest actually lost 3k, so that was a good decision to trade her out. Bates with a 39, so that was really weird from her. After the 120, she's gone 39, so don't know necessarily if she got tagged or anything, don't know what happened there, but obviously a 39 is out of the ordinary. Especially, she gave away only 2 free kicks, so that would be a 45 without the free kicks, which isn't probably good enough. But that is the video pretty much there and then. Not the longest video, as I kind of want to get this out to you guys, as well as I didn't watch this game, so don't have as much info for you guys on regards to who played well, etc. I'm only looking off the stats. And also we're coming to that point of the season where it's sort of just the premiums for each side that really matter, and trying to find that 300k rookie that just explodes for 1 or 2 games just to get some cash gen. But anyway, that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.